Welcome to Mallory Now, just-in-time knowledge. This is our new website that gives you information right now, right at your fingertips. This is a work in progress and it's a continuous improvement, knowledge-based information site. You'll find on the site handy articles, interesting tips and tricks, the latest news about Mallory, and a categorization of product literature that you'll be able to access from your computer, directly on your iPad, on your iPhone, your smartphone, and in an online, flippable format that allows you to share the literature or download the literature when you need it, right now. So let's take a look around. The first thing is, it is a blog site, so we're going to be talking about what's new with products, what's new with our people, what's new at Mallory, what's featured, who are we focused on, all sorts of information. So as you can see, every new featured article that we put on this website is going to be up at the top area here in order. Now, what makes featured news? Quite honestly, it's what you tell us. It's what we find out. It's what we hear from our suppliers. It's what's coming from the field. This is your website. So whatever information you think is important to showcase, we want it on Mallory Now. The other part of the site is that we're going to have forums. Now, forums are tricky, meaning that it does take somebody to want to be involved in a forum. So we've put some topics out here, and it allows people to collaborate. And the forum is as good as people want to get involved. So we encourage you to start a forum and to share your forum with other Mallory team members and get the dialogue going. After all, it's Mallory Now, just-in-time knowledge, and we need to have a centralized area where people can go and get information. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how is this different from our team site? And it is a little bit different in that this is a public website. It allows us to have better search engine optimization for our name, and it is open to anyone who comes across Mallory. So we're keeping it fairly general, and we're keeping it so that it's available for public knowledge. It's also very easy to administer, and anyone who wants to have their own page or get involved and have their own blog area or wants to feature a product, if you're handy and you think you want to learn how to do a little bit of this blogging, we'll be happy to teach you, and you'll be off and running in no time. Really, our first priority was to be able to get our literature out in the open. And as we start building this website, you're going to start seeing more and more happen with our literature library. So let's go take a look around. We've created categories that are being fed off of another program, a third-party program called Issuu, and that's ISSUU. And we actually are uploading information to our Issuu website. That website is being embedded or fed into our Mallory Now website, where we've created what's called bookshelves. And in those bookshelves are the uploaded PDF, Word documents, or whatever source information that has gone into our Issuu library. And we've also created our own custom search through the Google search feature. So it means that we can search within our own Issuu library. So what exactly is a bookshelf? And how does this work? So quite honestly, this is just simply a PDF that has been uploaded. You can have it right from your own desktop, or you can go from a URL. And a URL is just simply the address up at the top here, and it has to have a .pdf in it. So once that literature is uploaded, you can click on to read it. You can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We can add that to a collection. We can share it by simply hitting the envelope button here. And when you do click on the share, this publication, another window comes up and it allows us, if we want, to put it on our Facebook, to feed it through our Twitter, or to embed this code in perhaps an email or a web page. And let me show you how that's done. So for instance, I can come in here and I can create my own custom link, and I can give it some certain styling options by clicking on the styling option, and I can create certain sizes. So here I've sized this down, and I can actually make a custom size if I want, just by simply putting in the number. And I can say, all right, I want to start on page 1. I want it to be a 2-page spread, and I want it to auto flip. And we can also do other options for potentially being in Facebook or Twitter. We can add and show features for printing, sharing, and searching. And if we wanted, we could add a group logo. But in this instance, I'm going to just show you that we've just made this little bit of code here, and I can save this style, and then I can take that style and it's going to give me that code down below, and I can actually use the link, which most of you will probably want to use, because embedding code means you're going to put it into potentially another web page, or you understand how to do that within your email. But let's just say that you want to use the link code. So now when I click onto the link code, it's going to take me exactly to my styling format. And a link is anything that you want to embed into your email program. So that's how styling works when you want to share it. The other thing is you can simply just email it straight from the pop-up menu that comes up where it gives you the link code, and you can put a quick little message. And if you have a Gmail account or a Yahoo account, or you want to add to your own contacts, we can just add contacts here and you can send. It's just that simple. So I'm going to go ahead and just send this to myself. And here is a great new catalog. And then I can just hit send. And now that email has gone to that user, and you have immediately just given that piece of literature over to your customer without having to send a PDF or embed it or attach it in your email file. I want to just reiterate what this means is that, let's say you're on a smartphone and you want to be able to navigate to the literature library. You simply can go to MalloryNow.com and you can go to the literature library. Or if you want to just shortcut, you can go directly to our issue library, which that domain at the top is issuu.com/MalloryNow. Personally, I think it's a lot easier just to simply go straight to our Mallory Now website. Go to our literature library, click on one of our main categories, and it's going to take you to that bookshelf within our Mallory Now website. Click on the literature that you want from here, and it will take you directly to our issue library. From here, you have all the same options again, where you can click to read, you can share, you can embed the code, you can print this publication, or let's say you want this publication as a PDF file. You simply download it from here. Now you are going to notice that there are some advertisements that are going on over to the side, and this is because this is a syndicated third-party program, and part of the deal is they want to advertise to us just like you would see Google ads. In time, this I'm hoping will get cleared up where we have more of our own custom area, but this is brand new technology and it works really well. So we're going to live with those ads for right now. One thing I wanted to show you is when you click to read, it's going to open up into your big screen and you can flip through the catalog. So you're all familiar with how flip catalogs work. And then from here you can also print the publication, you can magnify and view it, or you can share again. And you can share just one page or both pages, and you go ahead and you just share the publication. Now we've recently used this at a trade show, and we did this when we were doing an ENSA training show and a safety management show with our safety staffing group. And we had our iPad, and when a customer wanted literature, we were instantly able to say, hey, let me just send that to you right now. And we were able to share from our issue library directly from our iPad and not have to have literature at the trade show booth and the customer standing right there, and they thought that was pretty neat. So we think that this is going to be very handy once everyone gets used to it. So at this point in time, I'm going to go back to Mallory Now, and I'm going to show you some other features. Many of you have probably seen RSS, and what that stands for is really simple syndication. And there are RSS feeds all over the internet. So as we find relevant RSS feeds, we're going to go ahead and start feeding those RSS feeds into our website. Now, personally, you have to have what's called an RSS reader or viewer, and what you want to do is subscribe to one, and we like the Google Reader, so that's a good one. But what this does is this is going to feed information directly into our website for articles. So in this instance, oil drilling, very real and extremely hazards. This is an article that's coming out from somebody else's news site, and we're just feeding that information into our site. So that's pretty cool, and we're going to continue to do that. The other thing that I want to show you is under our Mallory Industrial, as each of our divisions, we start developing more content. You're going to see more and more every day. This is not a finished site in no way. This is a living and breathing document. This is a website that will continue to grow. So one of the first things that we did here was we added our industrial online catalog. So this is going to take us to the biggest industrial book, which is, quite honestly, the ORS NASCO catalog. So if you want to know what ORS NASCO has in their website or has in their offering, you want to go and look it up here. So this is a non-transactional site, which means that you can search for information and it's going to drill you down into the product without giving you a price. Now, if you need to have pricing, there's a couple ways we can do that. So ORS NASCO does have a login to their website, and they also have what's called an electronic price book. And if any of you are interested in learning how to get that electronic price book and have it downloaded onto your computer, we can certainly help you with that. Just let us know. But as I drill in, you can see it's very simple to use, and this is going to give you a very nice visual of what ORS NASCO has in their website and in their catalog offering, as well as their part number and then related items. Now this left-hand toolbar here, this is coming directly from the ORS NASCO categorization. So again, everything that they carry is in this catalog. Now, I should probably preface that to say I don't know if everything they carry is in this catalog, but everything that they choose to have out on this website in their biggest industrial book is going to be viewed here. Feel free to use the content, cut and paste, do whatever you want with it. It's open and it's for our use. So if I go back up to the top, I'm going to go ahead and show you our events library. This is our events catalog area, our events page, and we have 3 events that are going, and you can click into it and it's going to give you all the details about this event. And so if any of you want to have your own event posted, if there's trade shows, if there's something regional, anything you want to communicate to not only Mallory people but to the public, because it's really good information, just let marketing know, give us an email, and we'll train you on how you can do it yourself, or if you'd like us to do it for you. But ultimately, this is your site, and it's very simple to administer, and with just a little bit of training, you could be up and running and contributing to the Mallory Now website. The whole idea about Mallory Now is that we need to have information when we need it. So having to wait for information or to have a project where eventually something is going to be up and running, this is just not good enough anymore. So this is a continuous improvement initiative. It's a content initiative that will be continually added to. And it's as good as the information that comes into it from people that are telling us, hey, we think this is really great, we want it on Mallory Now. Other features are going to evolve. I want to do a Mallorypedia area. We're going to have FAQs. We'll have a knowledge base. And my goal is to be able to tap into some of those talented resources we have in the Mallory Network to start contributing from their safety point of view, from their safety knowledge, or from their industrial knowledge, information that's going to help us do our jobs better and to help serve our customer better. So this is the beginning of Mallory Now, just-in-time knowledge. I hope you like it. And if you want to hang on, I'm going to go ahead and teach you a little bit about how to upload a catalog. In this seminar, we're going to talk about how to go ahead and upload a catalog into your Mallory Now website. And in order to do that, we actually have to be at our issue login. So I just want to reiterate that our login website address is issuu.com/MalloryNow. And right now I'm currently logged in, so I'm going to go ahead and log out, and then we'll go ahead and log back in. So I'm going to log out here. And when you first come to the Mallory Now website, it's going to ask you to log in. This is our public page, and it's just streaming here the latest of the uploads in no particular order. And we've also created groups, so any one of you can have your own group. So let's say you're your own sales unit and you want to create your own group just for your customer or just for your particular vertical market. If you're logged in, you can make any group you want, and you can pull from the Mallory issue library of all of our documents, and you can start creating your own literature library, and you can share that with your customer because groups are wide open. So I'm going to show you how that works in just a minute. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log in. So once I log in, our login is Mallory Now, and our password is Welcome Mallory Now. Hopefully I did that okay. And we log in, and I was successful. And now it takes us to the editable parts of our area. So one of the first things I do, just because I want to see my entire library, is I go over to my library. And this is the area that shows you all the catalogs that we've uploaded so far. And we can create folders or bookshelves. I think you remember this whole bookshelf idea from our library over on Mallory Now. So let me show you that again, just so you can see how this all comes together. So I'm going to go to the safety one. And this is calling back to the issue area. It's feeding the information in, and there are all of my documents. So this is a bookshelf, and what's really going on is that bookshelf is over here. So let's say you want to upload a document. Not a problem. So you just click Upload, the button, and it's going to drive you to another page, and it's going to give you two options. You can upload directly from a file, or you can upload from a URL. So that means a URL up here, and you know that it's a usable URL if the URL has .pdf after it. So there's many websites out there with our supplier's literature on it, and you can click into that supplier's literature and it drives you to a page that shows the PDF. If it's got .pdf in the file name up above here, you can pull directly from the URL. And you can also upload many files at a time. So in this instance, it gives us three options. And if you're uploading from a URL, it gives you a whole lot more. This comes in very handy when we go to the Spirion website and we've got many catalogs to upload. So at this point, you browse to the document that you want to upload, which is going to be browsing to your hard drive. So it's talking to your particular hard drive, and you look for a PDF that you want to go ahead and upload, or a Word document, or whatever document you want to upload into it. And then it's going to ask you to do some categorization and some sharing options. And I'm going to just say for now to go ahead and just let it default to what we've got going on here. Now, once you have uploaded, it's going to go through a series of uploading that document and converting it, which I'm not going to show you here because it might take, a minute. But once it goes, it's going to say, all right, we're uploading. And it's crunching, getting that information into the library, and it's converting your PDF file into an online flippable catalog. And once it's done crunching, it's going to put your document into what's called My Documents under My Library here, and it's going to be under the Published. And it actually indicates how many were PDFs and how many are actually published. And now your document is sitting on the bookshelf. So the next step that I want you to do is, if you know where your document needs to be categorized because it has a category in the left-hand toolbar, you can go ahead and you can add it to the category. If you're not sure where it goes or there's not a category, then what we want you to do is put it into a temporary bookmark. You're going to put it into the subscriptions area. And once you have it in the subscriptions area, we now know to go in there and recategorize your publication. So again, if I just want to drag this on over here, I can just throw it right into subscriptions. And all that's doing is creating a link or a bookmark into subscriptions. Now, one of the things I want to do is come back up to the top here, and I want to view my profile because I want to show you what a group looks like. So let's say you want to make a group, and we've done this for U.S. Communities because U.S. Communities has real specific literature just to them. So I'm going to click onto that, and it's going to take me to a groups page. And we've created this, it's like a sub website within the website. And there's actually group settings that we can create. And the first thing is it asks us to go ahead and name the group and give it a description and categorize it. And what's nice about this is that this helps search engine optimization. The next thing is that we can add a graphic. And right now we are redoing all of our headers, but if you are handy with Photoshop or with a program called GIMP, GIMP.org, you can use that as your own Photoshop, or if you have some kind of picture program, is looking for a banner at the top that's 944 by 200 pixels wide, and you can upload your image. You can give it a theme, which there's standard templated themes here. And you can give it what's called a shortcut URL by simply typing in a name here, and it's going to allow you to say, hey, here's issue.com/groups/Mallory US communities. So you have your very own URL. And you can also invite people into your group by making it public, or you can make it a private group, which requires people to have an issue login so that they can only get to your library. Now let me just tell you something. If you each were to have your own issue login, just yourself, then you could have your own library as well. And maybe that's someplace that only you know about, and it has your documentation and you want to access it from your smartphone or your iPad or your desktop. Issue is open. There's a free version. It allows you to upload information into your own account. And then quite honestly, you could subscribe into any of our documents just by clicking on subscribe, or by adding the document as a favorite into your account. So that's the benefit of having your own account, is let's say you run across one of our documents here and you're like, I really like that. So you come on down here and you say add favorites to a collection. It's your collection. So as your own login, not under the Mallory Now login, you now can build your own library. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to do that. So I just put it out there, and it costs nothing to join. You can also hit subscribe on any one of the documents, and if there's any edits to this document or any uploads to this shelf, you'll automatically get those edits or those subscriptions directly into your account. So Issue is very powerful. We're going to continue to load more and more. This is going to replace having to go to your L drive. It's very virtual. It's dynamic to share a publication. It takes up no hard drive space because none of this is stored on your hard drive. Very easy to submit as a shared document directly right out of Issue, right out of your iPad, out of your smartphone. It's really an awesome way to have literature right at your fingertips. And then of course it's all wrapped into our Mallory Now. So the whole idea is that as we grow this more and more, and as people collaborate into the Issue library, the Mallory Now literature library, we're just going to have a very robust, just-in-time knowledge literature library for everyone to benefit from. So stay tuned for more on Mallory Now. We're real excited about this. Don't be surprised that things change on a daily basis, including how we even want it to look. Thank you.